So a week ago, I drew something that I thought I would never be able to draw. So I'm going to show you how I drew it. You're right, this is a tutorial on how to draw a realistic looking eye in 22 simple things. So, first things you'll need: paper, a ruler, a pencil, a rubber, and a sharpener. Those are all the things you will need. Okay, so let's get into this. So, first, you will need to put your ruler straight in the middle and draw a faint line just above that. So you should be left with something like that. And now you need to do a C shape with the middle of the C in the line, just like that. You can make it a bit more C shape than I did, because that's good. Okay, and next you need to do an upside down kind of half circle shape, just like that. And then do the same with the other side. So now you should be left with something that looks a tiny bit like this. Next, you need to draw your eyebrow outline. So I will draw something. I will draw the outline of the eyebrow that I want this to have. You have to do it lightly, but not as light as you can't see it. So that is the eyebrow that I want my eye to go with it. You might want to extend yours out a bit if you're not happy, but since you have your rubber with you, you can just rub it out and then start over. Okay, so now that you've done your eyebrow, you might want to curve your eyebrow a bit like that. Okay, so now that we've done our eyebrow, you need to do another C shape. It has to be like a circle shape, just like that. A half circle shape. Basically like a circle, but cut off on the top and bottom, just like that. So you'll already start to see the character in the eye that you are drawing. So next, you need to rub out the line. Okay, so now you should be like this. You might want to tidy up the edges that you drew, because normally you would do it when you've got your eye shape, but I forgot, so we're just going to do it like this. So now it should be just like this. It has quite a lot of character. The eyebrows actually do make your expression on the eye a bit better, because if it was just this, then it would have no expression, but mine is a tiny bit angry. Okay, so now you have this. Next, if you can still see your faint line, and if not, that's completely fine, just need to make a kind of pupil shape. So yeah, just about that size, and color it in. You also don't need any kind of like special pencils or anything. You just need to have a pencil that works. So for this, I just pressed down harder. Since you have your sharpener, you can just sharpen it back up again if it got really blunt. Like, this is good. This pencil It's good. It is a bit short though. So now you have this. Still, it has quite a lot of character to it, but you have to do that. So you have to make a kind of clock, lines going out. Next, you have to connect those two lines at the top, so it's like this. This will be your highlight in your eye. So next, you will need to do a kind of scribble shape just like this. Kind of wiggle that goes just around your pupil. And you might need to make that a bit thicker and darker. I'm recording.
Well, hello there, I am Pedonkers.
I'm so gonna keep that in. I'm so gonna keep that in. I'm so gonna keep that in.
Bye.
Yes, that was Pedonkers, my sister. She was singing around the house and happened to open my door even though I told her that I was recording, and just started singing. So now you should have something that looks just like this. Okay, so next, you will need to maybe make the edges of this thicker as well. Okay, so now you should be left with this. So what you need to do is just like I am, blend in the outside of your, I don't know what I should call it. Scribble. I'm just going to call it scribble.
Just like this, you just need to blend it. You don't need any special equipment.
It doesn't have to be tidy because I know that I said we're just going to blend it like this, but something that I like to do now is use a tissue to blend it. Okay, so now we have this. Next I need to do the exact same thing, but with the middle and a bit more, not exact, just a bit more lighter, because otherwise it will blend with your pupil, which we do not want. Okay, so now you should get this. It doesn't have to be tidy because we are quickly going to go grab some tissue. Okay, so now you have your tissue. You should be able to fold it and then stick your finger through it just like this. You can also use toilet roll or stuff like that. I'm using toilet roll right now because it's the only thing that I could find. And now you just need to blend your blend your pencil markings that you just did, just like that, and it should be looking like this. But you do have to avoid the highlight that we drew. And if it looks messy around the outsides, that's completely fine, because we are now going to blend the outside just like this, like we did with the scribble. cat just came in.
But that was beautiful. Again, Pedungus just came in with our cat called Yoshi. She's super cute. And when I announced that I had a cat on YouTube, that's probably my most viewed video. They start to know each other.
Okay, so now you should have something that looks a bit like this. Again, you'll need to take your tissue and do the exact same thing that you did inside of your squiggle and around your pupil.
It might take a bit longer, as it is a bigger surface to cover. Okay, so now
You should be left with this. It's fine if it goes outside of your eye. You don't have to rub that out because we are going to be covering that right now. So you just need to draw a line just like this, just like that. It doesn't go all the way to the end of your eye, just here, just like that is completely fine. So now you need to it doesn't have to be quickly. You can
blend again, meeting in the middle at a lighter point.
just like that. So it should be looking like that. And next, you know what I'm gonna say? It's blending time. Okay, so now yours should be looking something like that. Now you might need to make it look a bit more. You need to make this line right here a bit more darker so you can still see it. I don't know the proper name for it, so I'm just going to call it top of the eye flap. Okay, so that is your top of the eye flap. And next, you will need to draw lines just around the eye, just above your top of the eye flap, and around the eye.
I just finished the top bit, now I need to do the exact same just for the bottom.
Okay, so now you'll have this. And again, it's blending time. You might need to blend it out a bit, and you might need to get more. Paper towel / toilet roll / whatever you're using to blend. It's fine if you don't. It's just it's not that you're doing anything wrong. Probably it's just you might need to be blending it a tiny bit harder than usual. So if you're doing it like this, that's completely fine. It's just it will take a lot longer. And in this, you need to blend it outwards. You can blend it normally at first, but then you need to start blending.
This will take a while to do, so that's why I'm using different parts. I'm waiting.
So it should be looking something a tiny bit like this. I didn't blend it as well as I normally would, but yeah. So next you'll need to do another tiny C just separating this C that you did just at the start, so it looks like this. So with your eyebrow lines that you did, you can extend it a bit more out. You don't have to rub it out at all. You can if you want, if you're being ambitious and you think you will remember. So, and then you just need to start making your eyebrow. You can do it shortly or not in layers or anything. I'm personally going to do it in layers. Start it, so you need to start it at a certain point, not just like, oh, I can start it right here. You can start it. It doesn't have to start at that certain point that you've chosen if you're going down the line, because I just took my pencil off. Oh, I do not have to go from there again. I can go from where I left off. But what I'm saying is you can't be like, I'm gonna start from here and then just start working your way out. You can't do that. It might help if you get a bit lighter towards the end to look a bit more realistic. If you have a curve, you need to make it a bit more natural looking, because I just made a mistake trying to do a curve, but I did this a few times and I curved out the top a bit more, and now it looks a bit more natural. Okay, so now you should be left with an eye that looks like this. If you're doing a man, that's completely fine. If you're doing a man, then you can leave the video right now, or you can stay and watch how you can do a ladies. But if you're still doing man, you should stay a bit longer. Men still have eyelashes. So right now I'm going to show you how to do eyelashes. But you definitely need to sharpen your pencil if it's not very, very sharp. Okay, so now you should have a pencil that looks a bit like this. So you can put that aside and just start doing the eyelashes. You have to do the eyelashes. It doesn't have to be at a certain way. The way for eyelashes to actually look realistic is to not do them a certain way every time. So like you can make them go different angles and it will still look really realistic. And when you get to the middle point, you can start going the other way with your eyelashes, but still crossing over a few times. These bottom eyelashes can't be super long because that wouldn't really look realistic, because if you look in the mirror right now, pause the video. If you look in the mirror right now, you can go and like look at your bottom eyelashes. They're not as long as your top eyelashes. Just quickly pause the video. Are you done? Okay, good. Now, just keep on going with the eyelashes. You can look at your drawing, like the whole of it, and see how much you have done over the past few minutes. So when you get to the middle waypoint, just like that, you can start doing the top eyelashes. They have to be a bit longer, just like that. Still crossing over.
And just like we did before, when we get to the halfway point, we can start going the other way, but still crossing over.
Hi, Pedonkas.
Ooh la la, you're putting eyebrows on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to supervise the top.
Okay.
Do you know how to fast forward?
Why is there baby powder on the iPad?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so now that we've done that, look at the progress that we've made.
Beautiful.
So, before this video started, I started a drawing so we can see what we've done.
Beautiful.
This is what we pretty much all started as, and now we've gone to this realistic looking eye. Bye!